A woman named Tess drives up to a house on a dark and stormy night. She checks her Airbnb information to ensure she's at the right place. 476 Barbary Lane. Tess gets her bags and goes up to the house. She uses the code she was given to open the box holding the house keys. There's no key inside. She calls the person who rented out the house. They don't answer, and she leaves a message. The neighborhood around her is dark and quiet. Tess returns to her car, but sees lights go on inside the house. She rings the doorbell, and a man named Keith opens the door. They realize they were tricked and are double booked. Tess shows Keith her confirmation of booking. He invites her inside. The house is nice. Keith shows Tess his confirmation of booking. The contact number is the same. Tess decides to leave and find another place. Keith offers to make her some tea. Tess makes a call asking for rooms available. There's a convention in town, so she won't be able to get a room. Keith suggests she stays there and offers her the bedroom as he sleeps on the couch. Tess isn't comfortable sleeping on used sheets, so Keith washes them for her. Tess sees Keith's wallet in the bedroom. She takes a picture of his driver's license before giving the wallet to him. Tess washes up for bed. When she leaves the bathroom, she finds Keith waiting at the kitchen table. There was a bottle of wine left as a gift. He noticed she hadn't touched the tea he had made and decided to ensure she was there when he opened the wine. The laundry isn't yet finished, so Tess sits with Keith as he drinks some wine. They get to know each other. Tess is in town for a job interview with a documentary filmmaker. Keith is on this side of town looking for a new place for his music group to stay. The laundry is done, but they keep talking and finish the bottle of wine together. Keith makes the bed, and they laugh and have fun. He thanks her, and they say goodnight. Tess is asleep when someone opens her door. Tess wakes up and hears Keith making a noise from a nightmare. As she walks to him, the door to the basement silently closes. Tess tries to call Keith's name, and he wakes up screaming. They're both unsettled. She asks him if he has opened her door. He says no. Tess goes back to the bedroom and locks the door. Tess wakes up late for her interview. As she leaves, she finds a note from Keith and smiles. When she steps outside, she sees the neighborhood in daylight. The houses are broken down, and it seems like no one lives there. Tess has her interview with Catherine, the filmmaker. Tess is hired. Catherine asks where she's staying. When she finds out, Catherine warns Tess to be careful and rather stay somewhere else. Tess drives back to the Airbnb, and as she walks to the house, a man runs towards her, shouting. She rushes inside, and he bangs on the door, telling her to leave the house. Tess packs her bags and calls 911. There are no units available. While waiting, Tess sees there's no toilet paper. There's a pack of toilet paper in the basement. Tess enters the basement, but the door closes and she's locked in. Her phone is in her room, and she has the key to the house, so Keith can't get in. As Tess looks around the basement, she finds some rope that goes through the wall. When pulled, it reveals a secret door. She looks at the dark passage and says nope. She's stuck waiting in the basement, so she tries to use a mirror to look down the hallway. Tess walks down the hallway, reaches the door, and opens it. She turns on the light and finds a room with a dirty bed, a bucket, and a camera pointed at the bed. Tess hears knocking and sees Keith. They open the basement window, and she gives him the house key. Tess freaks out and says they need to leave. Keith is curious and reasons that what she saw may not be that scary. He wants to see what's down there before he leaves. Tess says she'll wait upstairs for him. He takes too long, and Tess goes into the basement. She calls for Keith, but hears nothing. She puts a chair in front of the basement door to stop it from closing and looks for Keith. The creepy room is empty. Tess finds another door that leads down a long flight of stairs. She walks down the stairs calling for Keith. Tess finally hears Keith calling for help. She reaches the bottom of the stairs and finds another passage. Keith is calling for help in the distance. Tess walks down the passage and sees cages with food bowls in them. She keeps walking and sees Keith crawl towards her. He's scared and says they must go because someone is down there. The person bit him. As they try to escape, a naked woman attacks them and bangs Keith's head against the wall till he dies. A man called AJ is driving his convertible and singing happily. His agent calls and says his co-star in his new show reported that he'd raped her. The network will investigate the claim, but either way, he's no longer part of the show. AJ talks to his financial advisor. He needs to sell some of his property as he'll run out of money soon. He arrives at one of his properties, 476 Barbary Lane. He sees Tess's car and goes inside. He moves the chair from the basement door and notices Tess and Keith's belongings. AJ realizes someone is living there and calls the agent who rents his property, but they hang up on him. AJ calls a friend and they go out drinking. The friend asks what happened with AJ's co-star. AJ admits they slept together, but she needed some convincing. He was persistent and insisted she liked it. AJ arrives home drunk and leaves a voicemail for his co-star, apologizing if she was offended. The following day, he goes through Tess and Keith's things to try and figure out who's been staying in his house. AJ hears a noise coming from the basement. He stands at the top of the stairs and calls out. He says he has a gun and threatens whoever is down there. Annoyed, AJ gets dressed and grabs a knife and a torch. He goes down to the basement and sees no one. He finds the mirror Tess set up and the rope that opens the secret door. He finds the first room with the bed and gets excited. He fetches a measuring tape and measures the first secret hallway and room to list it as extra square footage when he sells it. AJ finds the second door and walks down the stairs with a measuring tape. He continues to measure the second secret hallway and sees the cages. He thinks it's creepy, but continues measuring until he hears a noise. AJ asks if anyone is there, and when there's no answer, he investigates. Further down the hallway is a room where a video about breastfeeding a baby is playing. The measuring tape is grabbed, and AJ tries to hold out his knife, but drops it. He runs down the hallway and finds a naked woman chasing him. He falls into a pit, and the naked woman covers the top with a cage door. Tess is in the pit with him. Time flashes back to the house in the 80s. The neighborhood is friendly and full of people. A man named Frank leaves the 476 Barbary house and goes to the store. A shop assistant helps him find plastic sheets, diapers, and baby things. He says that he's got a baby on the way and they will have a home birth. He grabs a video on caring for a newborn. Frank watches a woman get in her car and drives after her. He follows her to her home and waits for her to go inside. He puts on coveralls and knocks on the woman's door, pretending to be an electrician, and secretly unlocks her bathroom window. He leaves and goes home. Frank arrives home and opens the basement door. Screaming is heard in the distance. Tess asks AJ if anyone knows about him being there. He says no. Tess tells him to remain calm because the naked lady gets upset if they're not quiet. The naked lady, aka the mother, puts a bottle through the cage door. Tess drinks from it, but AJ doesn't. The mother gets into the cage. She hugs Tess and drags AJ out while leaving the cage door open. The mother drags AJ down the hallway into the room with the video playing and forces him to breastfeed. Tess escapes from the pit and walks down the hallway. The mother can't see her, so she walks past quietly but steps on the measuring tape. The mother chases her down the hallway. The basement door is closed, so Tess breaks the basement window and tries climbing out. The same man who shouted at her helped pull her out just in time. The man's name is Andre. He tells Tess to leave because the mother comes out at night. With the mother gone, AJ walks further down the hallway and finds another door. Tess walks until she finds a gas station and asks for a phone. AJ finds himself in a small room filled with trash. He finds Frank alive, but unable to get out of bed. He gives Frank some water. Police arrive at the gas station and are dismissive of Tess. AJ says they're both going to get out and make the mother pay for what she did. Frank points to his dresser and AJ brings it over. Frank opens the drawer. Police go with Tess to the house but don't believe her. They think she's on drugs and leave. AJ sees a videotape collection with nicknames and women's names. He plays the most recently watched tape. Tess breaks into the house. She grabs her car keys and wants to leave. A woman was screaming on the video AJ put in. He looks at Frank and asks what's wrong with him. Frank pulls out a gun. It's now nighttime, and Tess gets into her car. Frank shoots himself. The mother comes after Tess. Tess drives into her and pins her against the house with the car. The mother seems to die. AJ takes the gun from Frank. Tess returns to rescue AJ, who shoots her because he thinks she's the mother. They escape together. Outside, the mother is gone. AJ helps Tess to where Andre's home is. Andre helps her and tells them about Frank bringing women down there and interbreeding with his children. Andre is amazed that the mother let them get so far away. AJ wants to get Tess some help. Andre says they're safe, and the mother never comes into his home. The mother breaks in and rips off Andre's arm. AJ and Tess escape and climb up a water tower. AJ is at the top of the water tower and tries to shoot the mother, but drops his gun. He says he can get away, and Tess can slow the mother down. AJ throws Tess off the water tower. The mother jumps after her. AJ sees them lying on the ground together. AJ walks to their bodies and picks up the gun. He discovers Tess is alive. The mother caught Tess and broke her fall. AJ apologizes, saying he had no choice, and Tess slipped, but he tried to not let go. He tells Tess that he's saving her. The mother is alive and rips AJ's head apart. She's concerned about Tess and doesn't know what to do. Tess points a gun at the mother, who kisses her fingers and touches Tess's forehead. Tess shoots the mother, who finally dies. Tess gets up and limps away towards the sunrise.